What's up, USC? Welcome to Season 2 of
Two.
Gamecocks the Movie.
Yeah.
If you are unfamiliar with this show, A, shame on you. B, it's a show where we come in and we talk about movies. It's college students talking about movies to fellow college students. So we're going to talk about summer movies today. I would like to introduce my guest, coming back from last season,
Yes.
Stephanie Batista.
Hello.
Everybody give it up for her.
Thank you. Thank
Amazing.
you.
Thank you
Wonderful
for coming
introduction.
In again. Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you for coming in again. It's exciting. For those of you who don't know Stephanie, she works at a movie theater, so she sees a lot of stuff. So that is a perfect person to come in for an entire season of movies.
Yeah.
So,
Love it.
Yes. And we had a very... How was your summer, by the way? Just
Summer
in
was
general.
good. It was very, relaxed. Watched movies. Stayed at home.
That sounds like my summer.
It wasn't too exciting. But no, it was good. It was good to take a summer off
Relax.
and relax. It's been a very go year, so,
Everybody needs a little bit of time off after
R&R.
a busy school year.
Yeah.
So for this episode, we're doing summer movies. We're going to do our favorite movie of the summer. We're going to do our biggest letdown of the summer, which is something that we thought was going to be good, ended up sucking. And our biggest surprise of the summer, which is something that we thought was going to suck and ended up actually not being the worst piece of crap you ever saw.
Summer's biggest letdown. Michael Bay, not again.
I think for me, the first one that comes into my mind, I was like super excited. I was excited to see where they were going to go with the story, and I was disappointed, and that was Maleficent. I just didn't do it for me. I thought, the graphics are too much. It's just everything about it. The wings, I don't know, the whole fairy thing. I don't know. Maleficent is supposed to be evil for evil's sake, and it ended up being she's evil because of the sky. And so, that kind of just takes away from her just like persona and her character and, this idea that we have of Maleficent.
Well, let's say one of the greatest villains in the history
Yeah.
of Disney films, and we turned her into
This soft, typical woman that's like, he broke my heart and I hate the world. And
a
it's
man did me wrong, so now I'm a villain.
That's exactly the line that's in the movie. No.
Yes, I can see that.
So it's kind of just like a, won't
was
see it
like,
again.
Yay, and then you're like, oh.
Yeah.
And for me, it was my most anticipated film of the year, of the summer. We talked about that on our top 5 favorite films episode from last season. It was Spider-Man 2. I am a giant Spider-Man fan. I've been reading comics since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
I'm a Spider-Man nerd. And after Amazing Spider-Man 1, I was like, all right, set up. This is the Batman Begins of the Spider-Man series. And then this came around, and I was expecting Dark Knight, and I got Spider-Man 3, which was just...
Wow,
yes,
really? That bad?
I hated it. It's just
Whoa.
I was excited. They got Jamie Foxx, phenomenal actor, crushes it in Django, has won an Oscar for Ray. He's going to play the villain, and you're like, oh, okay, we got a good bad guy. And then one scene, he's getting picked on by everybody, and the next scene, someone's crying. And then we got slapsticky comedy, and then we got, something else going on where everybody's getting emotional. It's like, pick a tone. The Green Goblin looked like crap. Yeah, I hated it.
No, really? Okay, I have to say, I'm a big fan of a lot of those actors in that film. Jamie Foxx is not my favorite. Unfortunately, I see him as Jamie Foxx in everything he does. And I haven't seen Ray, so I guess that's a very bad judgment of that character. But anyway, I don't know. The whole time I saw it later on in the summer, and I was like, I heard this wasn't the best. Like, a lot of people didn't like it as much as I thought they were going to. And then I saw it and trying to think the whole time, why don't people like this so much? I was very entertained the entire time. I don't know.
Summer's biggest surprise.
What would be your biggest surprise of the summer?
My biggest surprise was not something that I thought was going to be garbage. I just really had no idea what to expect from it. I didn't see a trailer. I just saw the poster at the movie theater, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to see that because it's Chris Evans. And that's Snowpiercer. And it wasn't the super huge release movie. It actually went straight to video on demand online. It was just kind of this thing. I don't know. Weinstein distribution disputes. But anyway, I saw it and I was blown away. I thought it was absolutely fantastic every way around. It was just super clever story. Did you see it?
I didn't know.
I feel like it would be a really cool one to discuss with someone because I was like, man, I was talking about myself and I was like, man, if I could talk about this to someone right now, I would.
Well,
but I didn't know anyone that watched it.
If
so.
y'all want to see a Snowpiercer review, leave it in the comments and we'll do it.
Maybe we'll do it.
We'll do
yeah.
it. Why not?
It was awesome.
Yeah. I did hear about it. It's a little indie film. I wanted to see it. I never got around to it. Limited as I am on budget, thanks to the fact that I'm a college student, and I'm sure some of you can understand that. I have to pick and choose what I'm gonna see.
Yeah.
So I go and see the stuff I'm following, not something where I'm like, I think that looks good, but I don't know. For me, my biggest surprise, and it's probably gonna come to a surprise to all of y'all because I'm sure it's a little waffly, but for me, I'm a kid of the '90s. My favorite thing on planet Earth when I was a child was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I went into this movie, and I was like, all right, it's in Michael Bay's production company. And for those of you who don't know who Michael Bay is, you should, because it's perfect to pick on somebody. But basically, he makes Transformers, and he likes explosions. If he was, making this, Stephanie would explode about 8 times, and I would explode
It'd be very exciting.
It would be
But
exciting.
it'd be a bunch of garbage.
Yeah, it would be garbage. And his production company made it, and I was like, all right, Ninja Turtle time. I go and I watch it, and I go, all right, turtles look weird. Megan Fox and Will Arnett make me want to, especially Will Arnett, he's awful. They suck. But they got the turtles right. And in my book, if you get the turtles right, you're fine. Leo's struggling to be a leader. Raphael's being the dark, brooding, kind of angry guy. Donatello's doing nerdy things. Michelangelo coming with the one-liners and just crushing it. Hitting on Megan Fox all funny and creepy kind of. It's awesome. The fight scenes are pretty cool. Is it great? No.
That's cool.
You make the turtles good. I'm in.
Nice.
All
I'm glad it didn't ruin your childhood for you.
Summer's best movie. Holy crap, that was awesome.
What was your favorite film of the summer?
I think I was very excited for it, and I had to say my favorite one had to be X-Men Days of Future Past. X-Men. It was awesome. I was very just surprised, and I don't know, the characters were great. The storyline was awesome. They came back with a bang, I was intrigued by the first class. I was like, okay, this is going in a good place. I like it. And then this, and I was like, oh, all these awesome actors, the old cast, this new cast. It was very great.
It was awesome. I agree. I loved X-Men. I love how they basically said, you know what? Brett Ratner made Last Stand. You know what? Let's
forget everything that's ever happened before.
Let's find a way to get rid of that.
Erase
and
it.
They did it.
Yeah.
And I loved it because honestly, if you watch that movie, the thing people don't realize because there's mutant powers and it's a superhero movie and there's stuff going on, but it is the least action-packed superhero movie I think I've ever seen. There's not any. I mean, even the end part of the movie isn't really a battle. It's basically like Magneto does some cool stuff, and then that's it. You know what I mean? There's not a huge amount of battle, but it's fun. It's interesting. The storyline is, while very complicated, Bryan Singer did a masterful job of keeping it simple for everybody. It's complicated, but everybody could understand it. It's not going to be confusing.
My mom, who I saw it with, she had not seen any X-Men movie before, and she's like, what's happening? I was like, don't worry, it'll be fine. And then she understood the whole thing. So I was like, this is awesome.
It was
great.
great. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed X-Men. Honestly, that was the only movie I saw twice this summer. I saw it on opening night because, nerd, what up? I went and then I went back home and I went and saw it with a buddy of mine. He was like, I haven't seen X-Men. And I was like,
we'll see it again.
Live a life. What's wrong with you? So we went and saw it again.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I agree. It's a great movie. For me, I'm going to do a couple honorable mentions here because I'm not really going to talk about
Can't choose
them.
one.
I can't. I'm just going to talk about a couple movies that I thought were really good real quick. Guardians of the Galaxy is great. Soundtrack's amazing.
Soundtrack was great.
It's a really fun movie. That's, check that out. X-Men Days of Future Past. Obviously, we just talked about it. Amazing. And Captain America: The Winter Soldier. It came out at the end of last year. Check out our review from last year. I really loved it. I thought it was great. And those are kind of my favorite films of the summer.
Yeah.
Except for the number one spot, which goes to
Drum roll.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
I
Solid
saw
choice.
this movie. I saw the first one, and I was like, James Franco and monkeys. No, thank you. I'm not in. And then I went and saw it, and I was like, holy crap! It's not about James Franco. It's about a CGI monkey played by Andy Serkis, and it blew my hair back. It was so much. It was so awesome. It was not what I was anticipating. And then I go into this one, and I'm super excited, and I'm like, oh. And then I knew I was just waiting for that letdown. I was waiting to just go in there and be like, and then I knew I was just like, I know when I walk out of here, I'm gonna be upset. I knew it. I wasn't at all.
Yeah.
The Caesar, one of my favorite characters of the last 20 years, coming back, played by Andy Serkis,
Super good.
crushing it. Character evolved.
Yeah.
He's now a family guy. He's a king of sorts. He's running this group. He's trying to kind of, keep the apes separate from the humans, and it just goes so terribly wrong. It's so great. Andy Serkis crushes it. Everybody in the movie is great. The characters that you go into that movie based off the trailer expecting them like me, I was like Gary Oldman, pure bad guy. He's gonna be like twirling his mustache and being evil. Not at all.
No.
He was awesome. You completely understood him. You knew what was going on. Caesar crushes. The action stuff is amazing. I love Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Check it out. Andy Serkis crushes.
It's a great movie.
He needs to get some love from some award show. Please, for the love of God, give this man something. He has earned it. All right? He is the greatest mocap actor ever.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Every great motion capture character
It's just going to have
Andy
Andy Serkis.
It's amazing.
Incredible.
So, I agree. That is our summer. Those
Summer.
movies, check them out. Oh, yeah. Check them out.
Oh, yeah. Check them out.
Check them out. We will be coming back in 2 weeks for another episode of Season 2. I would like to thank Stephanie Bautista for coming in today.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Good job. Amazing.
Thanks.
And check us out next time. Have a good week, Carolina.